currently waiting on a friend, so I thought I'd do a quick rundown of my natal chart. So if you're into astrology, feel free to stick around just to get a little bit more insight into my chart. And maybe later on YouTube or something, I'll do some deeper dives into the specific placements, into houses, things like that. But we'll start off with the planets. So I am a Virgo sun. My Virgo sun is in the 12th house though, and at a Pisces degree. So at my core, I feel a lot more Piscean than Virgo. I definitely have Virgo traits that come out occasionally. It's not something I related to much though until later in my life and when I understood it a little bit more. But that also has to do with my Saturn placement, which we'll get to. I am a Cancer moon in the 9th house, but it's conjunct my MC, and so it affects both areas. I'm very emotionally, soulfully connected to my career and to higher learning, and that's an area of my life that I just pour into. It's something that I nurture a lot, something that is instinctual and natural to me to pursue, but it's also very changeable. So I've worked a ton of different jobs, not careers, but I am actually making a major career shift, so that'll be interesting. Next, I have a Libra Venus in the 12th house. So my rising is in Libra, but my Venus is behind my rising. So it's in the 12th house, and I'm here to say all of the things about Libra Venus in the 12th house, or just Venus in the 12th house, they're true. If you want to do a quick Google search, it's true. And I'll leave it at that. Like I said, my rising is in Libra. Yeah, and you know, people always say it's a really likable placement, but I haven't always felt very likable in my life. Maybe that's that 12th house Venus there, just self-sabotaging. Yeah. I also have a Libra Mercury in the 1st house though, so it's on the opposite side of my rising sign, and it's actually at my Venus-Mars midpoint, so I am very passionate and aesthetically, relationally oriented in the way that I communicate. So I pride myself on being able to communicate with everybody, but it also can come across a little bit blunt at certain times because it is in that 1st house, which is traditionally associated with Aries, with Mars, with chutzpah. So I have to kind of temper the way I communicate sometimes because people can think it's confrontational when really I'm just trying to connect. I have a Scorpio Mars, which is also where some of that intensity comes from. I am extremely passionate about the things that I care about, and I will stop at nothing to get what I want. If I decide I want something, not a single thing on this earth is going to hold me back. I have a Jupiter in Sagittarius in the 3rd house, so I'm very philosophically oriented. I love to be free in the way that I communicate because the 3rd house is your communication style, your immediate environment, everyday connections with people. So I'm very expansive and open-minded in the way that I communicate. I try not to be judgmental at all because who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? I have my Saturn in the 6th house in Pisces, directly opposite my sun. Saturn is the planet of restrictions, boundaries, hardships, delays, setbacks, but it's also mastery, completion of cycles, endings, where you can really plant seeds and see stability. And fun fact, I'm actually in my Saturn return. It is exact in March, And boy, am I feeling it. Boy, am I feeling it. Major endings to cycles. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different day. My Uranus and my Neptune are both in Capricorn in my 4th house. So 4th house is your home life, your childhood, your inner emotional self. And Uranus is the planet of change, unexpected things, radicalism, your individuality. Neptune is spirituality, dreams, illusions, glamour, things like that. And so you can probably presume that my childhood, my home life, especially with it being in Capricorn, was a hot effing mess. We'll just say that. We'll leave it at that for now. But yeah, completely unpredictable, filled with illusions and lies, but also extremely hard. And yeah, my 7th house is in Aries, 8th house Taurus, 9th house is Gemini, but my moon is there at the end of the 9th house. Also exactly conjunct, well, not exactly, there's 2 degrees separation, but it's conjunct my Lilith placement. My Lilith is at 28 degrees Gemini, conjunct my Cancer moon at 1 degree Cancer, but they're exactly parallel. So if you're into declinations, they are parallel. And yeah, that's played out majorly in my life. Lilith is an asteroid, but it represents unhampered feminine power, rage, like just the inability to be controlled. So ain't no person on this earth gonna control my emotions. Okay. I need complete and utter freedom to express my emotions. Otherwise, it results in me acting out in ways that are unhealthy. It's definitely my shadow side, and I have worked long and tirelessly to try and integrate that in a healthy way. And it's exactly square my Libra Venus at 1 degree Libra, but my Venus is also exactly conjunct Chiron. So that is your unhealable, deepest wounds, the things in you that hurt the most. But it's also where you're able to heal others the most. So that wounded healer placement. And so that plays out in major ways in my life too. I've been in a helping career for a long time, a helping profession. But I'm realizing as I'm going through this Saturn return that like I'm the one that I need to heal first before I can help heal others. So yeah, work in progress. We're getting there. Big revelations though, and actually trying to apply them in my real life. Yeah, I think that's about, my Pluto is in the 2nd house in Scorpio as well. Yeah, that 2nd house had major fears surrounding money. 2nd house is your material goods, your financial stability, your self-worth, something I've struggled with all my life, but is actually, I'm seeing the payoff in that area now. I have worked so hard on integrating those shadows. So, major death and rebirth happening in my life. So that's the gist of my chart. If you have any questions, happy to answer them. Like I said in a previous video, I adore astrology, put years and years of study into it. And I will be doing more in-depth stuff, not just about my placements, but about astrology in general. So yeah, let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you have any questions. And that's all I got.